Have you ever just done a sport or event just for the fun of it or just to say that you did it? Well, so did I. I almost did every sport. I played pretty much any sport I saw that gave me even the slightest interest or that was done in some type of anime and like made me want to make plays like this. But during my third year of high school, I got into skiing. My mom suggested it, and I had a friend. So saying yes was like taking a candy from a baby. It was a small event that lasted like 3 days. It actually lasted like more like 3 weeks, but it was on a specific day of each week. I don't remember too much about it, but what I do remember was how unprepared I was for the weather. I remember it like it was yesterday. All right, bro, I signed in already. I already have my board, so I'll go ahead and wait for you outside when you get your gear on. This is my gear. This. Yeah. That's all you got. Yeah. Don't do that. So the only thing you brought was a small coat. Yeah. Then gloves. Yeah. But you didn't bring a hat. Nah. Snow pants. Nah. Or proper boots. Nah. It's dead weight. Simply weighs me down. I need that speed. Have you ever heard of Rock Lee? Hit it! So I ended up getting rental gear. And I remember when I was going up to get a board, they asked me if I wanted a snowboard or skis. They suggested skis since it was my first time, and skis are generally easier to use than snowboards. And I don't know why, but I instantly thought of that one scene from the movie Hoodwinked with the grandma when she switched from 2 skis to 1 ski and used that 1 ski like a snowboard. For some reason, that had an influence on my decision to get a snowboard. Anyways, we're out in the field, and on this field you have the novice hill, the intermediate hill, and the pro hill. Now, on the side of the novice hill, you have a micro hill where the tutors teaches people the basics of how to ride. They pretty much teach turning and braking, basically just enough for you to finally be able to go to level 1, which is the novice hill. So when I finally got the hang of turning and braking on the tutorial hill, the next level was the novice hill. And the hill, yeah, it was boring. You know, you go down like 5 miles an hour. There was actually people walking faster than I was going down with my snowboard. So yeah, I skipped level 1 and I went straight to level 2. Might not have been the best decision. And it's safe to say that I wasn't ready. And this hill actually had a rope to pull you up to the top. That's how big it was. Now, I'm not dumb. I knew I didn't have enough experience to go down this hill, which is why I spent the entire first day on that one hill. Because the hill was fun enough that I can go down it constantly and not get bored. And it was just challenging enough so that I can figure out what I was supposed to learn at the novice hill. Which was my first mistake, because I think either the first or second time I went down that hill, I almost died. Because as I was going down the hill, somebody fell in front of me and there was people to the left of me, so I couldn't turn left. And at the time, the only way I knew how to turn was left going down a hill that fast. So I knew my only option was to brake, which I had not gotten down yet. So I gathered the little knowledge of how to brake and I turned my board. Now, the part where the board stops, that worked. But the part where the board is supposed to stop my body as well, so as I'm falling down, as a human, I instinctually put my hands out to stop my fall. Now, the part where my hands and arms stop, that worked. But the part where my arms was supposed to stop the rest of my body as well. Yeah, when I fell, I heard a loud crack and I thought I broke both my arms. So I'm on the ground, not moving a muscle, because the way I processed this event was my arms are broken. The reason I don't feel pain is because of adrenaline. And if I move now, the adrenaline will stop and the pain will start. So I just laid there for like 10 minutes. People were walking by me, looking at me, asking me, "Are you okay?" I I think I actually ignored somebody at one point because I just zoned out. Like they were like, "Sir, are you okay?" And he walked away. I could have been dying. So I finally decided to move my arms. And it turns out that my arms wasn't broken. But I had a major epiphany. The idea that I could have broken my arms, I could have died. Like, mind you, I've never broken a bone in my life. So breaking an arm to me was like cutting the arm off and bleeding out. So fast forward to the last day, and people were walking by me talking about going up the pro hill, which piqued my interest. Because by this point, I'd gotten on the novice and the intermediate, but not the pro. And at the time, we still had roughly 3 hours left before we had to go. So what do? I go back to level 2 because I knew I was not ready for level 3 until I perfected turning and braking. So I was working on those two for the next 2 hours. And when I thought I was ready, which I totally was, I started heading towards the gondola. Now, the gondola actually carries you pretty high up. So like if you fail, you are more likely going to break both of your legs severely. And I'm stupid. I want to jump. I didn't do it, so I'm not that stupid. So that's a plus. I don't know where I got the idea. Actually, you know what? I think I do know. I think it was from Hoodwinked. Actually, no, it might not have been. I looked it up. So I'm on top of the hill looking down at my utter demise. And a couple friends went down. And I had to really think. Am I really going to go down just to validate myself that I'm the best? Even though the people who go down this hill has years of experience, has probably taken classes and personal teachers. And I've only been here for 2 days. Will I really risk my life and my safety for that? So I'm going down a hill, and this hill actually isn't a straight down dip. You had the first dip and then the final dip. I guess the first dip was like mental preparation because the first dip was like the intermediate hill. You're going down like roughly 10, 15 miles and then it lets up a little bit. But after that, the dip practically doubles your speed and you're going down like 20 or 25. Now, I didn't notice this on the novice hill. And I only slightly noticed this on the intermediate. But when I'm going down relatively fast, I have the tendency to bend over a little bit, which has an influence on which way the board turns. And because I keep my left leg on the back and my right leg forward, my bend had me going towards the left. Now, what I didn't mention about this hill was that it was surrounded by woods. So I'm going towards the left, which was exactly where the woods are, and I am losing my shit because what I saw wasn't just branches and trees. I saw death itself, and I'm like, not today, Satan. So I tried going to the right, and not gonna lie, the wind was pushing me, and I wasn't strong enough. I could have turned. And I knew braking properly, which is having your feet in front of you, wasn't an option. So I broke the only way I thought I could. So I turned my board all the way to the left so that it became straight. So I'm basically just going down the hill backwards, and I just dropped. And I did this all just in time because when I finally stopped sliding, my board was like right next to the woods. I'm just waiting for Jason to come get me and snatch me up. And I got up and I continued my ride. And what's worse, I don't remember completely, but I think I went down that hill again. And I think I actually did better that time. So I guess the saying really is true. But snowboarding was really fun. If you ever get the opportunity, you should definitely try it. Don't be stupid like me, because God knows if my luck wasn't like at level 100, I'd be dead like 3 times already.